Okay, went live a little bit early. Looks like I've got the color balance much better than it was before. Welcome everybody to the stream. And we're going with the Hanenkumi again. And just so everybody remembers, we go around the triangle. Then across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. And then reach from underneath, just do a little pinch to the center. Hope that's in focus for everybody. It looks good for me. And I'll keep going and we'll see if anybody comes and joins today. Around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. If somebody makes it on live, or if you viewing this after the fact, let me know if you appreciate being able to see the Maru-dai from my viewpoint as opposed to across from me. I hope that's useful. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Too bad I can't stream in 4K, but I will try and go through and do more uploaded videos with the higher resolution now that I have the capability. And around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the middle, and we're back to our starting configuration. And around the corner, around the triangle, sorry. Well, usually Bane Iron Hand is on, but since they're not on and Nick Ricada is still on, I'm assuming that's where he is, which makes sense. Jiggle the center, around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center, around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center, around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center. And we're back to our starting configuration yet again. Some of these triangle corner ones could use a little bit more length. So let's drop a couple of those. Oh, and if anybody has a suggestion of other places I could announce these streams so that more people who are interested can watch them if they'd like, I would appreciate that. Please leave a comment. And always, please like and leave a comment and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Made the mistake and trimmed some of my fingernails, so it's a little harder than usual to slide some of these along because I tend to use my nail rather than the pads of my fingers. And around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. And as you can see, Serby's saying I really should be paying attention to him, not this boring Marudai. But he always feels that way. Starting to walk around the Maru-dai just a little bit. Straighten it up a bit if we can. Around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. And we're back at our starting configuration again. And around the triangle. Across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center. Around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. And it looks like the bag needs to go up. Only 10 minutes into the stream for the first bag drop. Not bad. Or repositioning. I do drop it to retie the knot, but it's supposed to go higher on the braid, not lower. And there we go. I made that a little messy. Let's just reposition. And around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center. Around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center. Around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center. Around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Now we're back to our starting configuration, and some of these threads could use to be dropped a bit. Or the tama, not so much the threads. If anybody wants a double check on the color for this is a maple Marudai. It looks like we're starting to get at the over halfway point on the Maru-dai, which means this braid's probably over half done. Around the corners, or triangle corners. Across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center. Around the triangle corners. And across, next, across, oops. Next, across, across, and across. Okay. Around the triangle corners. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. See if I can't get a little more speed going tonight. As I believe I've mentioned before, I do have another braid I need to do on this Maru-dai as soon as I get this one done. We've got somebody on. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope the new webcam is giving you a nice clear picture. Replace the lights I had so it's not as yellow as the last one I put up. Color balance looks good on my end. Braid's going pretty well. I just dropped the tama, so I wanted to tangle up a little bit, but that should settle down pretty quickly. Hello, Wendy. It's good to see you on. Yeah, I did a really short one, which was just one move through the pattern on the I'm blanking on the name. The other braid I've been working on, the 24 strand one with the purple center, and the color of lighting that I had with this particular camera, since it's more light sensitive, was really, really yellow. It looked like I had jaundice. That was kind of amusing, but not very good for demonstrating. So a couple of daylight color LED bulbs in the lamp next to me, and we seem to be good to go. And that's a manual focus. The last camera I tried prior to this one kept auto-focusing every time I moved my hands in front of it. I don't think people will enjoy watching that, so I got a fixed focus one with a semi-telephoto lens, so I can get relatively up close video. And when I do video to upload rather than stream, I can actually get 4K resolution out of it, which was the last one I did that was horribly yellow. And yes, there's a cat up here with me that wants attention, which you got plenty of before I started the stream, and we'll get more when I'm done. So you shouldn't have too much cause for complaint. But I noticed I'm a little over the halfway point for the thread on the tama here, so I should be getting pretty close to the end in the next couple of streams that I do for this one. So, and after that, I'm going to be doing Hanenkumi braid. I just need to get enough of the one color in DMC floss before I do that one. And I'll be doing it on this Maru-dai because it has a much wider hole in the center. And since it's a flat braid, I want to have as much room as I can get. Yes, that is this braid. The Hanenkumi, I believe, is how it's pronounced. Let me just double check the book. Yep. Oh, sorry. Just realized that's not going to be very helpful. So don't want to show the whole thing on there because I don't want to violate copyright. Getting my video struck would not be a good thing. Yeah, looks like the red could use a little bit of dropping on the tama. Okay. And around the triangle corners. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center, around the triangle, corners, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center, around the corner, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. I don't suppose you'd know any other places other than Facebook that would be a good place to announce these braiding streams. I'm looking for more places that I can let people know about it so we can get more people involved. I've been considering Reddit, but they don't like self-promotion on that, the Kumihimo subreddit. I figure I might be able to do like a channel mention, but probably not notices of when I'm going to stream. No problem. I appreciate any suggestions you might come up with. My channel subscribers are still growing at a slow but steady rate, but my views are kind of stagnant. Also, if there's a better time for me to be streaming, I'd be happy to do that as well. I should be getting a takadai braid set up relatively soon. So hopefully I'll have a little more variety in my streams so it's not always the same 1 or 2 braids every single time. Okay, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. There should be a little more there. There we go. And around the triangle corners. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Take up the center. Oops, knock the bag off. I can tie the knot up higher. Nice. Yeah, it's really fun to finally be able to start braiding on a takadai. I really enjoyed it when I was able to start doing it. Didn't help that I had like a couple of Makiko's books on the takadai for like, I think, almost a year before I got my takadai made. That was kind of frustrating. Look through the books and not be able to do anything. There we go. Alrighty. And around the triangle corners. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center. Around the corners. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Hope the mantra isn't too repetitive. I've considered also streaming later, like maybe about 2 hours after this point, see if I can't get maybe some more of the West Coasters on the US involved. Oh, the cat's name is Cerberus. We call him Serby for short. There's I don't know how true it is, but there's a meme that Hades' three-headed dog named Cerberus was named such because in Greek that's actually a reference to being called Spot. And since he's got a spot on his back, we call him Cerberus or Serby. And he's a rescue we picked up when we were camping about 3-4 years ago. He's fairly grumpy in general with our other cats, which is one of the reasons why he's up here where most of the cats aren't allowed, because he leaves the braided stuff alone. And it gives him some time on his own where he doesn't have to worry about dealing with any of the other cats. Okay, I'll run I think an 8 o'clock, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time stream on Thursday this week. See how well that goes. Yeah, we were camping at an event called Penzik, which is a big Society for Creative Anachronism event. And we'd set up camp, and we noticed a cat was hanging around. And it rained that night, and we woke up with the cats on top of us in bed going, "This is warm and dry. I think I'll stay here." He is very well behaved with people. When we took him to the vet when we got him home, apparently he had not been chipped, but he has been fixed. So he either escaped or was dropped off there. He was kind of skinny when we got him, but we've plumped him right up, probably a bit more than he needs. That's about how much I have left on the Tama right now. Get it to the right focal height. So I am making pretty good progress on this one. I take it it's in focus for you? And I'm sorry if I'm making you type a lot. I apologize. That's not my intention. I'm just chatting while I'm braiding, which is one of the things I like to do when I'm at events and camping and stuff like that. we're about halfway through the stream. That was a thumbs up. I realized it might have not shown up that way on camera. Sorry about that. And around the triangle corners. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Triangle corners. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center. Around the corners. Another thing I've considered doing is multi-streaming to places like Rumble as well. A lot of people have preferences as to which tech platform they prefer to use, so that might expand the reach a little bit. Those are getting a bit short. And around the corners. And around the triangle corners. About time to move the bag up again. Okay, let's see how much braid I've got so far. I was able to do about 3 loops around prior to starting the stream. Yeah, maybe added a couple 3 inches, something like that. But it's doing pretty good. One of the things I've started to do is I'll take a picture after I'm done with the braid on top of the mirror and use that as the preview for the next braiding stream for that braid so people can get an idea of how the progress is going. There we go. Don't want them tangled up. And around the corners. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Around the triangle. And across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center, around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center, around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center, around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. And we're back at our starting configuration again. Around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center, around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center, around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center, around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across, jiggle the center, around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. Jiggle the center, and around the triangle, and across, next, across, next, across, across, and across. And I'm back to my starting configuration. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. I didn't sleep that well last night, and I'm starting to put myself to sleep. So thanks again for stopping by, Wendy. I hope you enjoyed the show, and hopefully I'll see you Thursday when I run the stream at about 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You have a good evening and happy braiding.